All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Only have one example for you, and you only have one problem. Happy Friday. Um, so let's take a look at it. Now, we started the literal equations in class on Thursday, so hopefully you remember a little bit. You can obviously go back to that video too, but basically follow these steps exactly, and then for the problem that you're going to do. So go back to this video, pause it, whatever you have to do. So here we go. Okay. So I'm going to do the first one, and then the second one is the one that you're going to do in the Google Doc, but I'm going to do this one. So here we go. All right. So like I said in class, unlike a typical equation to solve, we're not going to get an answer, right? There's two variables. So if we just get one by itself, we'll still have the other one. So unless one cancels, we really can't solve anything. So the point is not to solve as in find an answer. The point is to solve as in just be able to rearrange the equation based on our rules. Now, what you can do here when you only have just one of each variable, we'll talk about where you might see other variables, combinations, but these types of problems, you'll just see a y and an x. And when that happens, identify what you want to get by itself. Now it's already kind of colored there for you, but like a bluish, but I'm going to make it red. This is what we want to solve for. We want this by itself in the end. In the end, we want y something. Okay. Now, what I would do is, if y is what we want by itself, go ahead and take care of any other terms that are not connected. Or I'm sorry, any other terms that are not the term with the y. As in that 3 there is connected to the y, right? It's the same term. Remember, terms are separated by addition or subtraction. So right here, this is a term, this is a term. So take care of the term that is not part of the y term. So for example, the problem you're going to do after this is this one right here. It wants you to solve for y, so take care of the term that is not connected to the y. All right, so hopefully that gives you a hint for your problem, but for this problem then we have minus x, so that's added to both sides. Because remember, we don't want it on this side. It cancels a minus and a plus. 3y equals now 9 plus x. You can't combine those. Remember what like terms are, same variable. One doesn't even have a variable, so we just have to rewrite it like this. All right, so then once you take care of the term that is not the y term, now we have to take a look at the y term. Now, again, we want y by itself. You can see we have to get rid of that 3. It's 3 times y. So when you're trying to solve an equation, you do the opposite. Divide both sides by 3. And even though this looks confusing, what's nice about this is your answer. You can just, here, I'll write it in red. This is your answer. You can just leave it as this, as a fraction, as 9, didn't change color, plus x over 3. And that's really it. I mean, you could simplify if you wanted. 9 divided by 3, I'm sure some of you are itching to do it, but you have to do it to both. If you wanted to simplify, it would be y equals 3 plus 1/3 x, or x over 3. I wouldn't even mess with that. I would just keep it just as it is. But keep in mind, if you do want to simplify and divide, you have to divide both terms. This is the other way it would look. 3, because 9 divided by 3 is 3, and then x over 3. Okay, I would just keep it as it is, and I'm totally fine with that. You'll get full credit if you do that. All right, so same steps for the problem that you're going to do. Take care of the x term, because that's not the one we want to deal with, or that's not the one we want by itself. And then once you get the 2y by itself, get rid of that negative 2 out in front. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Take care.